Hi again. I'm in my office at the moment with my coffee, not KitKat. Recording this video, which is actually in response to my previous video on phone signals. Apparently, that video blew up, which means someone shared with their friends and there are lots of views, right? Which is good. Now, someone has commented over there that, oh, this is not right, this is not how it works, this is not how it works, you need to, do more research, blah, blah, blah. Therefore, and yeah, and this is very common on the internet, which right? People try to take you down for so many reasons. So, therefore, I wanted to clarify that the purpose of my videos, all right, my purpose of my videos is to explain complicated physics in simple terms to general audience, so that even someone who is in class 6 or 7 can appreciate the concept. All right, so not, and we cannot do that without by being technical, right? And of course we can't cover everything in 1 2 minutes. And I explain, I make physics simple by using analogies, which is one of the ways to do, right? Now, in my previous video of phone signals, I used the analogy of ocean waves. You know how ocean waves add up and relate that to radio waves adding, right? And I'm talking about interference of phone signals, right? Like interference of radio waves, because this is how it works, right? So if you consider radio waves to be radio photons, which is it is, um, then photons actually interfere, and that's governed by the laws of quantum electrodynamics, which actually uses the maths of probabilities, or the law, or path integrals, right? Now this gets complicated, and of course we are not going into that, and I'm not a expert in that as well. Now, coming to the physics of phone signals, right? Now, I was explaining the interference of radio waves, right? Because eventually radio waves interfere, right? When they reach our phone, when we are getting our phone signals. Now, I'm just explaining the interference of waves. Now, of course, this is not as simple like I explained it to be, right? But remember, I'm not teaching you incorrect physics, which that I would never do. And I'm not saying that I won't do. If it's done, I'm always ready to rectify it. Now, yeah, as I told, it's not as simple. So how, like the phone signals, there are lots of factors involved, like lots of technicalities and nitty gritties of science, involved in any technology. For example, in my case, I'm talking about radio waves, and I'm assuming the radio waves are of same frequency, then only, that analogy would be valid. Now, of course, radio waves do not come in like just one frequency. There's like a spectrum of frequencies, right? And like, what are some other factors? Now, the other factors would be, say, number one, say if you are around a metallic object, say if your house is metal, right, it would reflect off the waves, so which will eventually affect the phone signals, like reflect off the radio waves. Number two, it depends on the type of phone you're using, like what technology it is using, right? Number three, you know it depends on the network congestion at your place, and lots of other factors, I'm sure, and I'm not an engineer or an expert in that, right? So what I'm trying to explain is the basic physics. Now, through this video, I just wanted to finish with one part, like, a very common, a common prevalence in amongst our Indian academics is to criticize. They try to take you down, and I'm sure, and this is a lesson for actually for young researchers, because I'm sure some of my PhD or researcher friends can relate that, like how our professors or anyone, if you're giving us a PhD seminar, they would try to take you down, right? They try to rip you apart, and therefore, now it is good to actually criticize or give constructive criticism, but very often, we Even when we are young naive students, we were like criticized and some of our, like my personal, like I'm speaking from a personal experience, they try to take you down, right? So it's very important to be resilient, and the good thing is naturally our Indian students are very resilient because they go through that system, right? So they are like battle hardened, sort of, right? So they are resilient anyway. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. I think we all have had good and bad experiences, and I would like to actually clarify another thing, that I have had some really great uh, teachers and professors, which were vital, which were really helpful for me, and they are like my gurus. But then again, I have had like really bad experiences with some professors. So yes, be resilient. That's what I'll say. Sorry, I have already taken 6 minutes. That's a long video. See you in the next video. And the next video, I'll try to explain about the science of dark matter, like what dark matter is. Hopefully, I do justice into that video. Thanks. Bye.